In this video, I'm going to break down the product sequence you just saw and share with you my top 5 tips to help you make better product videos. Hey, I am Anshuman and I make product related content for different brands. This video, however, isn't sponsored. I made this as a passion project to try out some ideas that I had. The product used in this video are these wireless earbuds from Bolt that I have been using for about a year now. Without wasting any more time, let's jump into the video. There's one very important step in between having an idea and picking up a camera and starting to shoot, and that's planning out your videos, and that is my first tip. Making a script and a shortlist for your product videos ensures that the final result comes out looking as good as the idea that you had in your head initially. A script can be as simple as the one that I wrote for this product sequence, in which I wrote down the theme of my video, what kind of lighting I'd use, what would my sound design look like, and finally I made a short list of all the clips that I needed to shoot. Here's a pro tip for you: if you are making a video specifically for a brand and you want to get recognized by that brand, it's best to do some research on what kind of style that brand follows in its ads and base your videos on that. But don't forget to add your personal touch. This is a great way to get their attention and get some paid projects in future. You can get an idea of the theme that they follow from their website or Instagram page and create similar content and pitch them. This is how I got some of my projects initially. Another good thing about scripting is that it makes shooting difficult clips a lot easier. At least in my case it does. For example, I had no idea how I would get the shot where the earbud flies out of the case and levitates in the air. And as soon as I wrote it down, I started getting ideas on how that shot would come along, and trust me, it's a lot easier than it seems. I'll show you later in the video. Second tip that I use is using camera angles and different focal lengths to make my videos more engaging. For example, in the shot where the earphone case drops and hits the ground, you must have noticed that the camera also follows the same motion, and it seems like the camera hits the ground as well, making this shot look a lot more realistic than if there was no camera movement. Another thing I like to do in my videos is use different focal lengths. Like the product sequence starts with a comparatively wide shot, then switches to a medium shot showing the earphone case, and then finally zooms into a really tight shot showing just a single earbud. This is just one way you can use different focal lengths to show different features of a product in your next video and make it more engaging. Let me tell you something interesting about this product sequence. Even though I used different focal lengths, there was no actual camera movements and the camera was on a tripod the entire time. The reason for this is I was making this video all by myself and I had no way of handling the product and doing the camera movement at the same time. Also, while working with small products, it's not possible to do the camera movements manually and always keep the product in frame, especially when there is so much motion involved. Which is why sometimes I like to use keyframes while editing to add those camera movements, and this makes my work a lot easier. Coming on to the third and my favorite topic, practical effects. These are the effects created physically to get the shot in camera rather than using CGI. For example, the clip where the earphone case opens on its own is actually a reversed and slowed down clip of me closing it with a plastic skewer. But the camera movement and the zoom in effect helps me hide it pretty well. Also, the shot where the earbud flies out of the case is filmed in the same way. I also used a green screen and filmed the clips of the earbud and the case in front of it, which I later used to create the clips where the earbud levitates in the air and the one where the case falls down in slow motion. The idea for which I got from Daniel Schiffer's video on how to fake slow motion, which I have linked in the description, and you can watch that after this video. My tip number 4 is sound design. I feel that sound design is something that can make or break a video, which is why I spend a lot of time picking out the right music before I even start editing. However, for this video I decided to use only the Foley sounds and not include the music track. Foley sounds are the sounds that we hear in our day-to-day lives, like when an object falls down or when a lid closes. Including Foley sounds in your videos can actually make the overall viewing experience a lot better. My fifth and final tip is color correcting the footage. If you make videos, you must know that clips that are filmed in different lightings and locations will not look the same. Color correcting is a way of making sure they all match in the final edit. I do all my editing in DaVinci Resolve and usually tweak some settings like contrast, saturation and color temperature to make all the shots look similar. I keep my color correction process pretty simple and do everything in one node, unless I'm doing a color grade for which I use multiple nodes, but that's for another video. I'll cover the editing part in my next video, as it is going to make this video really long. In that, I'll cover everything from keying out green screen to using keyframes to add camera movements. So please subscribe and hit the notification bell to know when that video drops. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, and if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. That's all for now. Have a great day. Keep creating.